Hello and welcome to the number 31 review of the Soda Pop playlist. So we will be taking a look at another Nitro product from Pepsi. Last week I did the one and I just thought the other can was silver. It's not, it's beige. I realized my mistake after last week's review, and that since it was beige, it was most likely not diet. And it's not. It is vanilla cola. So I backtracked to the store that I got the first one at, which will be linked in a pop-up, that review at the end of this review. And I bought one. I had also said last week, they were running high. Price-wise, I want to sort of make a correction there. $1.99 for the can. This is a upmarket product from Pepsi Cola. That said, the Royal Farms that I got this at is, although it's not a rest stop, it somewhat acts like one with less parking. It is immediately off I-95, and it is the only gas station there. So basically, that translates into they can basically charge anything they want for anything type deal. So, looking at the product, it is basically the same, only in a different color scheme. All right, it is like a powdered, airbrushed Pepsi sign. Nitro, vanilla draft cola is shown. All right. Nutritional information, which I will show you in a minute. And then a little write-up. I have high hopes. Now, this can is, let me just make sure before I actually tell you, 13.65 ounces. Why? It looks like a pounder can. It's ever so slightly smaller than a pounder can, plus it has a nitrogen module in the bottom, a widget, which basically means that when I pop the top of this and the can releases pressure, it will activate that to release nitrogen into the product. But it is almost, the pod at the bottom inside the can is close to a Keurig cup size. All right. Now, I am not going to cut this open. If you want to see what that actually looks like inside the can, I had a cut down can in the last review. Again, that review will be popping up here at the end. The product does have caffeine, and it has a lot of it, okay? So if you're caffeine sensitive, you want to keep that in mind. It is just a hair under 1 milligram, actually, underneath the caffeine in a serving of Pepsi Max. Pepsi Max, the serving would be 12 ounces and 69 milligrams of caffeine. This breaks down to, at the 12 ounce mark, about 67.5 to 68 milligrams of caffeine. Complete caffeine in the can is 77 milligrams. All right. It is not a sugar product. It is high fructose corn syrup. All right. And it is not what I would consider, it's a mainline product. It is a high-end market mainline product. So here is the nutritional information. The serving size is the entirety of the can. That is 13.65 ounces. And if you want to pause in 3, 2, and 1. And we're moving on. So, for those that didn't see the first review, what you have to do is a hard pour on these. Now, in the last review, I tapped the can. It's something I do so I don't get blowback from a can that might have been shook up too much. In retrospect, I am realizing that I probably suppressed the whole actuation of the pressure release and the nitrogen pod when I did that. So I'm not doing it with this. I'm going to get out the glass. You're going to pop the top with a glass that is at least bar size, American bar size pint. Okay? They are not pints. They are like the glass you're about to see. They're like 14 to 14 and a half ounces. That is the smallest one you want to use. There's going to be a head on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the glass, I'm going to pop the top and do a hard pour, which is basically upending the can in the glass. All right? There's going to be a head on this. All right? And you're going to see a swirling cloud like in the product, almost like if you got a can with widget of Guinness. Same type idea. So with that, get the glass out of the cooler. This is what I'm talking about. This is American. If you ask for a pint in an American bar, they give you this. It's not a pint. It's not 16 ounces of a pint. This is 14 ounces. All right. And although I have larger glasses, they are branded. They're British Imperial pints. In Britain, a pint is 20 ounces. That is a British Imperial pint. So with that, I am going to pop this top and we are going to hard pour it into this glass. And it's going. Do you see that cloudy aspect underneath the head? And I'm not going to get it all in there. Okay, so it smells like cola, but a little different. This is going to be, it's the same idea as draft style beer in Britain, only colder. It's going to be smooth. It's carbonated with nitrogen, but the bubbles, because of it being nitrogen, are a lot smaller. So, again, smells like cola with something different. That's really good. Wow. That's really, really good. Like, I wish I bought more than one of them. Good. Wow. Okay. You know, this sort of pop playlist is not meant to promote large corporation products. And I wouldn't be doing Pepsi outside of something new and somewhat original like this. But this is quality. Let me see if I get the rest in there. Okay, so basically you don't get so much of a cola. You definitely get a vanilla, which is why I'm like, wow. At the same time, it's not what you're used to, like vanilla root beer. Okay, so you can't quite tell the cola aspect because of the vanilla. But at the same time, because of the vanilla, you know it's not root beer. It's weird. It's really good, though. Okay, I'm getting a little bit cola now that I've had more. But it's real. It's second to the vanilla. What you're getting here is a creamy vanilla taste. With minimal something underneath, but minimal enough you know it's not root beer. I'm going to tell you the truth. If you put a scoop of vanilla ice cream into a glass of regular Pepsi, it would probably kill some of the carbonation effect, the fizziness, and the flavor, if you just let it melt just a little bit and mix, would probably be this. They've done a really, really good job on this, and I am kicking myself that I only got one. I was hoping that it would be good. And I had a feeling that it would be. But it's even better than I had hoped for. I am not getting the foam. Now, when I got the first one, I bought two. And I tried one. That's the one I cut open and showed the bottom of. I had much more effect on that. With that, when the popping, I'm wondering if I'm using the small cooler with this. I'm wondering if I'm getting the product too cold. Because I didn't tap that time and that wasn't as much as I had hoped for. When I did it the first time, temperature out of the freezer at the store, driving it home, like I popped the can. I couldn't get the can over fast enough. It started foaming out the top. So I'm wondering if I maybe have this at too cold of a temperature. The thumbnail for this may have an asterisk on it. I don't usually do that. I've done it for a beef jerky before. It's too bad this stuff isn't like a diet-esque beverage. I couldn't drink this all day because calorie-wise, if it was like a diet, like a Pepsi Max, I might put out the money and start splitting up in between this and Pepsi Max. But 230 calories, I drink a lot of Pepsi Max. A lot. Like a lot. I could never handle the calorie intake for that. So it is foaming, just not quite to the extent. God, that was good. I can't believe how good that was. I'm not a big fan of the Pepsi Corporation either, so I'm really conflicted here. I'm like, why did it have to be you? Anyway, so this has been my review of Pepsi Nitro Vanilla Draft Cola. This is definitely something you want to check out, at least try, unless for some reason, diabetic, etc. Keep in mind, it's only 63 grams total carbs, but that's all added sugar. So for total carbs, it's only 23%. But considering it's all added sugars, as far as added sugars go, that's 125% of your daily. So do keep that in mind. Anyway, again, my review of Pepsi Nitro Vanilla Draft Cola. I do hope you are well. Do take care of yourselves, and as always, God bless.